Previously on whatever this channel is now, because I know it's a tad confusing around here too, don't worry. Idi Amin takes control of Uganda and also ends up losing control of Uganda rather quickly, I might add. And then a history lesson happened. We learned about teacher unions and a little about how they got started. Then we came back to the not-so-distant past. The loss of so many friends, unable to do anything about it. All I could do was just watch. Watch as we were slowly, one by one, picked off. We never even stood a chance. All that occurring in just the spring of 2019. Then, in spring of 2020, I had him again. I collapsed on my knees and started wailing out, realizing what I had dug myself into. The writing on the board was clear. Clear that it was so unclear that I recognized that handwriting. Words that looked more like hieroglyphics of the old. Words that could have easily been mistaken for a scratch on the pavement in order to make a ritual of unholy intertwining. Even without bringing out a translator, I knew what that board said. I knew what it was trying to do to us. Discourage us, tear us apart. I don't know if I had the strength to even go through with it. So there I was, a second clash. Me against him. Cold, dead eyes, not displaying any sense of human emotion. Only a corpse looking to destroy and bring others down to its level. And just as the showdown was ready to get underway, something happened. A virus from an unknown country somewhere out there started crossing the world like a plague, decimating everything in its path. Home is all I've been. I rarely go outside anymore. The backyard's just about the one place I visit the most now. Can't go anywhere, can't do as much. But hey, at least there's video games, right? Right. This whole thing's been kind of whack, hasn't it? I don't think I've ever even talked about it in a video before, but yeah, I do kind of miss walking around the mall or going down to a sit-down place with my friends or family. Hopefully it's over soon. In the third month of the year, being March, obviously, just in case you couldn't figure it out on your own, schools were shut down and introduced into a program called Zoom. What is Zoom for some of you who may or may not, screw it. For those of you who may not know much about it, because, I don't know, maybe you don't go to school or don't go through to meetings and just kind of mind your own business alone. Well, either way, Zoom is just a program pretty much like Skype, where you can talk to people over the internet. It's not as great as Discord, but yeah, it's not as great as Discord. I don't even like it. So now the battlefield had changed. Instead of being a face-to-face confrontation, it was all done through the interwebs. Okay, a slight break in this right here. So, for the purpose of keeping this more entertaining, we're not going to do it cyber warfare style. Nope, that'd just leave this episode kind of dead in the water. So, we'll keep it more face-to-face for the sake of keeping it spicy. Lined up to meet him 2 of the 7 days of the week because attendance was mandatory. We had to listen drone on and on and on about dumb stuff. Dumb stuff I can't even remember because it was so insignificant and a waste of space. My brain immediately threw out the information. My classmates sat complacent, unknowing of what was going to happen. First, it was going to be the boring and out-of-touch lectures, very unorganized in my opinion. And then next, all hell was gonna break loose. And he just sat there all smug, with his and his you see, that is where you are wrong. I am God. I am your God. And all sorts of other nonsense like that. But something interesting happened. Something very interesting happened. A savior? Someone that provided us lots of entertainment? Yep. In our class, someone donned the persona of Clone Trooper 144. The man, we never knew who he was or what he wanted. He claimed to be the teacher assistant for the classes, going to give us all A's, but I wasn't exactly willing to risk it. But nonetheless, he was fun. He even managed to piss off the old bag a couple times. It was honestly pretty funny. He used to have the helmet play whatever pre-recorded messages it was. Whatever a clone trooper says. Like, fall back, and all that. Really pissed off the teacher, and luckily he didn't know exactly how to mute him. So yeah, Clone Trooper 1414, everybody. So you're probably wondering, so Chris, did you ever figure it out who it was? No. Still don't know, and probably will never ever know. Soon, my fellow compatriots began to doubt the validity of our teacher's ramblings, and we started to talk in the side chat of Zoom. It was actually someplace safe. The Luddite didn't understand technology somehow, so opening the chat bar was apparently too complex for him. Had he managed to figure out what to do and how to open the chat, we all probably would have been lined up against the wall and, well, you know. But luckily, he couldn't do it. But unfortunately, there was another problem that was rising in the midst. A traitor. Someone who repeatedly berated us in the chat for talking smack about the teacher. Said, if you don't stop, I'm going to report you. Yeah, don't you know snitches get stitches? Either way, she was a big old cunt who kept on telling us to respect the teacher. Respect is something that can't be demanded, it's something that's earned. Well, her snitching didn't exactly turn out too well. Because 1, he couldn't open the side chat to see. 2, he didn't have an email for her to email him. And number 3, which was the final nail in the coffin. Apparently, she didn't have a microphone to talk. Apparently, her computer didn't have one built in. Or she just didn't ever think to use her headphone microphone. Either way, with her defeated, it granted a safe passage towards reforming the class. Public opinion was pretty split up until we managed to shut her up. But even then, people weren't exactly entirely on board with overthrowing the teacher. Everyone looked to me as the grizzled veteran who knew what was going on. War never changes, but any good I did was thanks to them. So I was unofficially put in position of leader. And had a battle plan. It was a very good battle plan. It's kind of complex, so you may have some difficulties keeping up. Alright, you ready? Wait. Waiting was the best plan I have. People weren't exactly all on board with going against the teacher right now, so there was nothing else I could think of except to wait. Obviously, the other founders of this revolt weren't exactly all too happy. Wait? What do you mean, wait? You're just gonna let him do whatever it is? Yes. Yes, I was. I'm not a very lucky person, I'd say. I'm actually kind of unlucky, I think. 7's just about the only good number I have. But this whole plan wasn't based on 7s. It was based on situation and waiting. What do I mean by that? Well, you're probably going to call me crazy for even doing this strategy, knowing what was going to come. But the end result were people were going to willingly listen to me, out of fear or respect, whichever one got them to me, just so long as they listened. Well, the plan was, like I said, simple. Well, actually simple, complex, kind of everything. Waiting was the best course of action I can think of. Just wait and let him come to us. Yes, openly letting him attack us, letting him openly destroy our grades, letting him openly put pressure on us. That was the best course of action. If people saw this, they'd turn over to our side. They'd sympathize, now knowing the trouble. They'd feel our pain, my pain, the pain of those who had quit the class long ago because they couldn't take this teacher anymore. The people who ended up dropping what they wanted to be their future because of a single incompetent teacher. We had our first test and I told everyone to hold their ground. Unfortunately, 3 weren't exactly willing to listen and they bailed on us. If only they had stayed to see the end result. And apparently this guy had another Poli-Sci 1 class because this was a Poli-Sci 6 class that he was teaching at the same time. And without guidance, their casualties were so much heavier. But somehow there were friends in this and that class, so communication was easy and a coalition was formed. A coalition that was going to tear him down. Support was overwhelming for the cause. Many, if not everyone, was on our side, all willing to put up a good fight or die trying. And it's kind of hard not to blame them for wanting to join the fight, especially when the class average was a 37. If that was the first test, what were the others going to be like? So there I was, confronted with the same test. I didn't do much better than last time because, well, a whole year had passed. And all I can think of was, how'd I even get in this mess? How? Why? Never take a teacher without checking Rate Your Professor, kids. It's a life lesson from your old bud, Chris. You know your friends. They died screaming like a bunch of pigs. I'm sorry? They sound anything like that? And so, we burned him good. By openly taking arms and storming his house as if we were storming a castle. Through hard work, lots of diplomacy, and lots of letters from everyone in the class to the dean of the political science department at our school, we managed to remove him. And I really dig it. I'll read you off mine so you can see what's kind of helped spearhead the charge. Good day, sir. My name is Christopher Cannoli, and I am a political science major transferring out this upcoming fall. I am contacting you because I'm encountering issues with the terror during his 1 p.m. Principles of Political Science class. I'm sure you've heard about the issues surrounding this topic from different sources. The problems lie in the way the terror dictates the class, as there's no transparency between teacher and student. His lectures for this class are often off topic and he strays from the core material and general all over the place. Whenever students inform him that the test material didn't come from either the textbook or the outside material he assigned, he rejected their claims and hastily changed subjects to avoid answering the question. His instructions are generally unclear and it takes a lot of effort simply to find the material we need in order to excel. As this is my last semester here and I need all the credits I'm currently taking in order to transfer, I am worried that his erratic teaching style will jeopardize my ability to transfer as I'm reliant upon passing this semester, and I'm doing well in my other classes as of now. I ended up getting all A's. I don't have any wiggle room, and I can't afford to fail or drop this class due to a veil of uncertainty looming overhead. I hope to hear from you soon. Have a good day, sir. Oh, God. Yeah, my father read through this because I showed him and was pretty proud of it. He said that he didn't know I could write at this level. Obviously implying he still thought I could write only at a 5th grade level. That hurt me, Dad. You hurt me, Pa. You hurt me. That's right, I'm calling you out, Pa. I know you're probably not going to watch this until, I know, a week later. But I'm still looking at you, Pa. I'm going to look you dead in the eye when you get home and say, ha, I can write not like a 5th grader, but a 6th grader. But either way, lots of other people sent their letters in, and I don't have those, unfortunately. I probably should have asked. And so, the man I knew was a terror to the students. The man who actively discouraged any questioning of his reason. The man who had so happily cut down the lives and aspirations of so many people. He just vanished. The dean never told us what was going to happen, but I'd take it at that point. Now, the dean had sent me a letter first before sending, I guess, a general email overall. So I'll read that off to you. Hello, Christopher. Thank you for emailing me and sharing your concerns about Dr. the Terror's class. Even though I have heard from other students, it is helpful to get multiple perspectives to understand the situation. I am truly sorry that you are having a bad experience. Oh shoot, it was poli-sci 7, not 6. Oh well. I'm truly sorry that you are having a bad experience in poli-sci 7 this semester. I can let you know that as of today, Dr. the Terror will no longer be teaching the class. I will be posting an announcement in Canvas for all. Canvas is the application we use to to manage our school stuff. I will be posting an announcement in Canvas for all students as soon as I have access. I am working to find a substitute professor to pick up the class for the remaining 6 weeks of the semester. I am hopeful that person can provide you with high quality instruction for the rest of class and be sensitive to the difficult and stressful situation many of you are experiencing. I have let all possible substitutes know that there has been very little instruction or assessment and that the students are nervous about learning political science, passing the class, and transferring. I have taken the first step to address the concerns of the students. I ask for a little bit of patience in the next few days while I assign a new professor, and then for that professor once they come into the class. Let me know if I can answer any questions or help you further. I appreciate that you spoke up with your concerns. Best, the Dean. And a follow-up letter to the general overall student body of our classes. Hello, Poli-Sci 7 students. I wanted to take a moment to let you know that there will be some changes to your Poli-Sci 7 course for the remaining 6 weeks of the semester. Dr. the Terror will no longer be instructing the class. You will have a new professor to cover the last 6 weeks starting on Monday, May 4th. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, the terror teacher didn't show up for like a month to these Zoom meetings and then all of a sudden tells us, if you don't show up, I will take off points on your grade. Dumbass. Either way, okay, My hope is that the new professor will provide you with a bit more structure and clarity in terms of assignments and expectations. I ask that you please bear with them as they work to assess where you are and get you caught up to where you need to be. I have asked the incoming professor, whatever, I'm skipping that. It's just a little thing to indicate professors, whatever. I have asked the incoming professor not to overwhelm you and to account for the work you've done so far. Please be kind to them and know that they want you to be successful while learning the information. I apologize if the class has been frustrating to the point. It's been a little more than frustrating. 3 people dropped. I am hopeful that we can give you a good experience for the rest of the semester. If I can find out what reading or work you can do in the next few days to be prepared, I will post another announcement. If you have questions or concerns, you can contact me directly at his email. Sincerely, his name, Dean of Social Sciences. And with that, everyone was happy. The replacement teacher we got actually volunteered for it. It wasn't some drawn out of a hat. He generally felt bad for seeing us in distress with a teacher who didn't know what to do. A teacher that was so incompetent. The year prior, nearly his entire class ended up leaving. But I wasn't entirely all that happy. I was for a brief moment, but darkness and grief stricken me. I know I said I was gonna end this one on a happy note to give the trilogy, a good ending. If the last episode was sad, this one was gonna make you feel glad. But there's something I do have to get off my chest. I don't understand how someone like that, someone who, I don't know, despises a student so much that he's willing to put them through hell and back just to make a point that has nothing to do with what we're supposed to learn. We're the students. We paid for our classes. We paid for the textbook. And all of a sudden, you're just going to tell us no? That, we should just listen to you? Teachers always will have a bias towards some things. And in political science, that's even more evidence than probably like a math class or whatever. That I can easily deal with. But to outright shut down the core material we're supposed to be learning, to shut down any negative feedback of people criticizing you and getting so worked up about it, I don't understand. And the thing that really irks me is that the school let it happen. They should have known. When you have a teacher whose whole thing is, my class was down to less than 10 people. Is that something you want to be proud of? Is that something you should be proud of? Absolutely not. Why would you keep him? Is it because of this damn tenure thing where you cover each other's asses? I don't understand. Currently I'm looking at the school's class system, website for signing up for classes, and I don't see his name anywhere. I didn't see it in the summer either, so maybe they really did just retire him or something. But he should have never been in that position to be given the option to quit. He should have been, thrown out a long time ago. I couldn't have been the first one of his classes to, go through this. None of it makes any sense. We're the ones who pay for all this stuff. This is our future riding on the line. And you can't be bothered to check why one teacher has a bunch of his students drop. There's another teacher, chemistry teacher at this school that actively discourages students. That one I can't give the name out because I can't remember it. This is all stupid. I know we're ending it off on a somber note, but I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm sorry about the month break with the odd video. I've been I've gotten used to the new school scheduling and how to work around it, so I'm going to be doing a more regular series. I want to do it every other week. It's gonna, I'll leave the details for the future. So either way, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed the trilogy now that it's finally finished. And remember, if you enjoyed the video, please do hit the like button. It helps a lot to get this video out there. Hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell to get all notifications for whenever I do upload. Sorry about spamming your feed, by the way, with a bunch of failed live streams. The internet wasn't exactly cooperating. Our router was old, so we got it replaced, so maybe I will try that again. So either way, hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe, hit the bell notification to know when I do stuff. And yeah, that's about it. Hope you guys have an amazing day, all you beautiful, amazing people. So stay frosty, and I'll see you on the other side of the day. Goodbye. And